All right, so what's your name?
Kassandra Hensley.
Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
45.
Where are you from originally?
Phoenix.
What's your current situation? Are you homeless?
Yeah, I've been homeless for about 2 years, and I lost my moving company, and the ERIP program in Mesa wouldn't help me due to the landlord fraudulently making up documents, and they wouldn't pay her because they said she was scamming money out of the government. So I got thrown in the street and been homeless. I've been going down to Cass. I've got stacks of papers with help phone numbers. I've called all of them. I'm on every application. I've done Home Inc., CBI. I've been everywhere, over and over again. But if you're homeless, you keep getting phones, they keep getting stolen. There's no way for them to get a contact with us. It's just a roundabout circle that it seems like it's endless and they're never gonna get anywhere,
So what are all these programs just packed right now?
I think it's just one place pushing it off onto another place, and it's just a circle. And they're not getting anywhere because everybody's sending people different places. Where is the help? I mean, it's almost like somebody's embezzling all the money for the homeless people. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad.
What are you doing out here to survive right now?
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
I'm waiting on Social Security. It's just, it's hard. It's really hard. We go hungry some nights. Yeah. Some nights sleep in a blanket on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Whatever. They want to separate me and my husband since we don't have kids, and he's my only support. I need him, And you go into a shelter and they immediately separate husband and wife unless you have children. Yeah. And that's not fair,
So you don't have any more family?
No.
Where's the rest of your family?
My kids are estranged. The CPS took them years ago, and then they took 3 babies after that. Okay. And it's just a huge, long, drawn-out story that's never. Somebody needs to be held accountable, because my other 3 babies, no in their system, and I was forced into open adoption. I had a baby taken whenever I was directly from my stomach, put into labor. I mean, I've been through a lot.
So they took your baby from you?
Yeah.
They put it up for adoption?
No, I was. Okay. I woke up and the baby was gone, like literally underground stuff. Yeah,
it's at the hospital. Or
I went to the police station about it, and the police did nothing at all. They literally told me to get the F out. And
how far along were you when that
the baby weighed over 5 pounds by inside imaging ultrasound?
Okay.
Yeah. 2 days later, I was bleeding. The hospital tried to show me a baby less than 1 pound. That's not my baby. My baby weighed over 5 pounds, and nobody can answer to any of this.
Who did that though? Like, was it people out here on the streets, or?
I don't know who it was, but it has to do with the doctor. I know for sure. I've done some investigating. I've been followed before. I've been threatened, shot at. I mean, literally, they're trying to take my life over my kids. I mean, these are my children, and they've been ripped away. And I was a good mom. I worked a full-time job. I worked at a doctor's office. Never seen in my life, I don't understand how CPS could get away with this,
So how'd you end up losing your first kids?
My grandmother and my aunt handed my kids over to CPS.
Okay.
They're with my grandma. They asked for them for the weekend. I went to work on Monday morning. When I got off Monday morning, I called them, said, hey, I'm coming to get the kids. Normal, everyday, routine thing. This is my family. Somebody raised me. And they said, oh, the kids have been with CPS for the whole weekend. Excuse me? I lost it. That's when my downward spiral into I didn't know how to live without my kids. That's my everything. That's what I woke up for. That's what I went to work for. That's what I wanted my whole life, was a big family, which was my dream. And it gets ripped away from you. What do? How do you cope? You can't cope. And I got introduced, and it just down there from there. It led.
You said you were a nurse's assistant?
Yeah, I worked in a doctor's office, a nursing assistant.
How was your life like before?
Oh, it was great. Great. I wish I would have never come to Arizona. Arizona, if I can say anything, run.
So you're not from out here?
I am from here,
Okay.
but we left and lived in Toledo, Ohio for 11 years. And when I came back, my grandmother introduced me to my mom, who picked her up from Estrella jail. And it just...
So you never knew your
I
mom
never
growing
knew.
up?
No, I didn't.
Who raised your grandma?
My grandma.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was more like a road dog. It wasn't a mom to me, you know what I mean? I wanted a mom and a grandma for my kids, and I didn't get that from her. But unfortunately, I lost her last year, and it's been hell, not able to say goodbye.
Where was your dad?
I've never met him.
You never met him?
Never met him. Mm-mm. Yeah.
How was your childhood growing up?
Besides being passed around and pushed off onto the neighbors and abused sexually by an uncle, and grandma not believing me. I mean, it's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Yeah, it's too common. It's too common. You know, 4 months in jail, 12 years probation, and then the abuser ends up doing it to a 2- and 4-year-old. If they'd have laid him down in the beginning, he wouldn't have hurt that 2- and 4-year-old. You know what I mean? I hear about this through my aunt after, years of growing up and stuff.
So he only got how long?
He got 4 months in jail.
4 months.
And 12 years probation. And
That's
then,
crazy.
Yeah, I know. And I got hurt from the age of 8 or 9 to 14. Man, right in my own house, yeah.
You know, they say that Trump wants to introduce a law where they give the death penalty to child molesters and all that, to pedophiles.
I don't know about the death penalty, but I mean, that's the easy way out for them.
If you're willing to hurt a kid.
Yeah, that's
kind of
sad.
deserve it.
Yeah,
they deserve it.
They do. But I mean, isn't that the easy way out? I mean, you're just gonna that's not paying for what they did, really.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, who's to say one day maybe they'll meet their maker and they'll have to answer to him.
And he went on later on to do that to other kids?
Yeah.
What happened to him? Did he get caught up again or not?
I don't know. That's the last I heard. To Waco, Texas. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So where do we go from here? How do we get help? What's the solution? All these programs that are through the hotels and stuff that are having housing people and stuff, they'll do it one time. You get caught using, you're an addict. You're gonna have slips and you're gonna have falls. You gotta get right back up. But they're throwing people back out into the street where that's the wrong thing to do. I'm telling you, if they'd have just punished the people that get caught using a different way, besides throwing them back right into the...
Do you think a better alternative would be, though?
Keep them there. Send them to crisis rehabs or some kind of detox center. Don't throw them back into the street for punishment. 72 hours, 24 hours in the street. You can't do that because that's throwing them right back where they are comfortable. You don't want them to make them comfortable. They want to house them, then worry about the addictions and their problems. Everybody deserves housing. That's all there is. That's simple. Everybody, no matter what your problems are, everybody deserves that place to go to sleep where they're comfortable and secure and safe at night.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, man, thank you for sharing your story. I
Yeah.
really do appreciate it. Are you okay if I post it up on my YouTube channel?
Sure.
And just in case anybody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share, like an email, Cash App, or anything?
Yeah,
like
I can give an email is CRISSANDRAHENSLEY to the number 13 @gmail.com.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.